Alright, hope everybody's doing well. We are back at the Jackson Racing. This is a Eaton M45 Supercharger, Jackson Racing Supercharger. So I want to go through and show you how to inspect it and whether or not you need to rebuild it. So the first thing you want to check out is clamp it in a vise and just grab the snout here and rock it in and out. See if you got any play. That's going to go ahead and let you know if any of the bearings inside the snout shaft are bad. Up and down, left and right, and just move it around a little bit. And everything in this snout feels good. So then before we break it open, we want to come to the impellers, or the root screws, whatever you want to call them. And you can just spin them around and look, and these are rotating smoothly, and if you can see, they're missing some of the epoxy paint, and you want to look at the edge of the blades here and see if there's any chipping or galling or any of that. And as you can see, there's slight scratches on this one. The next big thing you want to do is, and I'll try and get it lined up so you can see it, is I'm going to come in through this side here and grab one of the lobes. And hold on, let me get it set up straight. Okay, so if you look at the lobe back there, let me try and get my hand steady here for you. You can see that play in there. You shouldn't have any play in there, so that's going to cause these rotors to make contact with the case in themselves. And if you look right here, you can see it moving, as well as this other one. Let me get this other one lined up. And you can actually hear it. And they're moving. So to let you know that the needle bearings in here and probably the case bearings are bad. So let's split it open, get it apart, and take a look at it. Another thing you want to check on your supercharger is the coupler. This will cause a lot of racket at idle and throughout the RPM range, and it'll wallow out side to side. This one's pretty tight, but these holes will wallow out in here on both sides and cause a problem. So that's another thing to check. We got the supercharger apart and the lobes out. You can see all the swirl marks in there where the rotors were making contact with the case. And you can see you got a few gouge marks in there. So this supercharger will definitely have to be rebuilt. Let's get the lobes up here and take a look at them. Alright, we got the lobes out, and you can clearly see that the epoxy heat coating paint is starting to chip off. And if you look, you got some scratches in the rotors. The back plate's got some scratching. And the main thing you want to look at right here is the lobe ends. And if you can see, it looks like it got scraped, like against concrete or whatnot, and that's it scraping itself in the case. And if you come down further, you can kind of see where it's actually still machined nice down there. And then if you come up to the top, you got all them scratches up there. And it's like that on all the outsides of the lobes up here. On all of them. And it's nice and machined down below. So basically the needle bearings up here were probably starting to fail, causing the rotors to move around a little bit. And they're going to move when they're off. And you can see how close these tolerances are. I mean, they are super close. So in my case, it's going to need probably a complete rebuild. And I'm going to send it off to get that done, because a rebuild kit for this is about $600-700, and to have the shop do it is only about $900. So it's a couple hundred more. I saved myself the trouble and get a warranty. If your rotors are still in good condition and your housing is still in good condition and it's just the bearing plates that are bad, you can replace them yourself for cheaper, but in most cases it's best to send them off. So the main thing you're looking for is lobe damage, in and out axial play, and any gouging inside the housing here. So yeah, we'll send it off, we'll get it redone, and we'll get it back on the car. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.